Welcome to Fino Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. So for this tutorial, I'm using Photoshop CC 2018 and I'll go ahead and create a new document. We are actually going to be creating two new documents. So for the first one, we are actually going to set the weight to 2560 and the height is going to be 1440. The resolution, I'll leave mine at 300 pixels per inch and click on OK. Now we are actually going to create a second one, but before that, hit Ctrl and press R to bring up the rulers. I'm just going to try and make this align perfectly at the center. So I'll go ahead and create the second file, which is going to have the same width, which is 2560, but this time around the height is going to change to 423 and the resolution again 300, and I just click on OK. So with the second document, I'm actually going to make it a layer, that is removing the lock icon, which is right here. For newer versions, you just have to click. For older versions, you have to actually right click, go to layer from background and click on OK, or probably double click. I don't want this white background to interfere with what I already have here, so I'm actually going to change the color by applying a gradient overlay. A color overlay. You don't actually have to do this, but I just did that just so I don't confuse myself. And I want to place this exactly at the center, so I'll go ahead and close this. I don't need it anymore. Now once I have it at the center, I can just use my move tool to hide the rulers because I don't need them anymore. So basically everything we are going to do is going to be within this red region, because YouTube is going to recognize only that part as your YouTube channel art. Everything else is going to show probably on the TV or a larger screen. So with the first layer, which is the red layer on top, right click and go to convert to smart object. So now that is a smart object, just double click on the thumbnail and that is also going to open up a new Photoshop document. So now I can just turn off the layer style because I already know that it is over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually click and drag my logo in there. This is not going to be super intense tutorial like any of my other tutorials. I actually did this because I wanted to showcase my new channel, which is TheyoLarbi, and is going to be coming out very soon. And I'll grab the type 2 and just type in my information like this. Of course, I don't want it to be all caps, so I go into the characters option and just turn it off. I actually want the L to be caps, so like so, and I'll try to place this at the center like this. I think the font size is a little bit too big, so I'll reduce it to somewhere around, I think 10 should be okay. And I want the first part to be a regular size font, so Unisans regular, and this part is going to be the bold version. So I'll just change that color to this blue color I have from the logo, and I'll just place it somewhere around here. You can always use the move tool to also reposition your entire document, so that is what I'm going to do. Probably place it somewhere around here because I think that is the center. So basically that's it, but I'm actually going to be including some shapes just to make this whole thing stand out a little bit more. Something like this should be just fine. Let's make it cover the entire screen. So once I'm done, I'm actually going to rotate this to about 45-degree angle. So let's type it in here, 45, and I'll place this somewhere around here like so. You know what, let me stretch this thing out, and again I'll duplicate this, Ctrl J, and I'll place the second one over here like so. So for the second one, I'm actually going with the blue color, and the first one I'll just leave it as the black. And basically that is it. Once you close this up, you know what, let me just make a duplicate of the logo, and I'll select the bottom one and make it very huge like this, just using the move tool. Now reduce the opacity to about 5 or 10%. I think 5% is just okay. So this is going to be the thumbnail for my new YouTube channel. I'm basically going to be posting gadgets and other stuff, just review of other things. So I will leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Anyway, once you are done, just close up this document and save it. The moment you save it, is going to pop up on your new document, which is going to be your main document for your channel art. So if you are uploading, just make sure you upload this document. Don't just take this part out or crop any part out, or it's not going to work. Just save this whole document and upload it. And basically that's how to create a channel art.